Have you recently had a wake up call from the universe? And now you are in this blissful stage of peace and you're wondering what's next? Or you've had this wake up call from the universe and nothing makes sense and you don't know what's happening. Either way, welcome, guys. My name is Danielle Kelly. What you've had is a spiritual awakening, and on this channel, we explore all things spiritual so that you can understand where you are in this journey and what's coming next. So that's exactly what I want to cover today. I want to cover the 7 stages of awakening to let you know where you are on this timeline and what's coming next. Now, I know you're thinking, I have so much to do and now I have to awaken? Like what? But the good news is you actually don't have to put in that much work. I just want you to know how to go with the flow on what's coming. Step 1 is the wake-up call, right? It can be something small, such as, you have a kid, your toddler, they're not sleeping, you've been up for days, and all of a sudden you're like, or it could be something huge. It could be a health scare. It could be a death of a loved one, which is what happened and caused my awakening. And 60% of people who have a spiritual awakening generally say that it comes from suffering. So if you have found that that is your case, you are not alone. So how do we nurture this stage? Do not ignore the synchronicities or any signs that are coming your way. Journal it, write it all down, free flow it. If you have a friend, hopefully, who is on the path with you, talk to them about it. Let them know, hey, this is what's happening. This is how it feels. Have you experienced this? If you do not have a friend who is on the path, my name is Danielle Kelly and I'm here for you on your awakening path. Stage 2 is the search. So now you've had the nudge from the universe and you're like, oh my God, what's next? I have to do something. That's exactly what you should do. You should find all of the resources on awakening. You will find in your search someone who speaks to you that you can resonate with. For me, myself, and I, that was Ram Dass. If you do not have a spiritual teacher or guru on the path, I highly recommend his material. But hopefully in that online search, you can find your people. You can find people who know what you're going through, right? In this stage, you've probably Googled more about mindfulness, meditation, crystals, chakras than you could have ever imagined, right? Let's put some of that into work. Possibly in your local community, you can start a book club, gently ease them in to our woo-woo weirdness, and then eventually you'll find people who are like, hey, let's go one step further. Let's talk about life after death or reincarnation, right? Stage 3 is probably your hardest on this path, and that is the struggle of the dark night of the soul. And this is where nothing makes sense. This is where you feel like you've put in the work and you were on this blissful journey and you were going through it and everything's happening. Now, all of the things that used to give you so much joy are no longer the things that give you joy. The activities and friends that you used to sit around and just be your crew, you're like, I don't want to talk about the weather anymore. I want to know about the secrets of the universe. I want to know about this energy that's flowing through me. I want to talk about all of these wild things, and you guys are sitting here gossiping. That actually happened to me. No offense to any of my friends if you're watching this, but when you've had this major moment and you feel like nobody understands you and you're like, this isn't it anymore, that's the time to turn in and find those people. But in this ego death stage, you're going to really struggle. And I strongly recommend that in this stage, you let go of everything that does not serve you. You let go of anything that is not feeding you positivity. Keep journaling, keep finding your tribe, stick with it, because the next stage is so beautiful. Step 4 is the breakthrough. This is after you've had the nudge from the universe. You have found some people who you can relate to through your resources. And you've dealt with this dark, dark ego death and dark night of the soul. And now you're on fire, right? 65% of people who have had a spiritual awakening say that this part of their lives is when things get so positive, so blissful, so interesting. Because you've done the hard work, right? And now you're going with the flow. You really feel like, okay, this is it. I remember this stage so clearly. I used to text my friends and I was like, I'm just standing outside looking at the blue sky. Like, it's so blue, right? And it was so blue and the flowers were so radiant. And I felt like animals were talking directly to me, and maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know, but enjoy this part. This is where it's all clicking and you feel like, and this is the new you. This isn't a new personality. This isn't a new body, but this is definitely a new you. My friends and family who have known me for decades or more, they're like, man, there's something different about you. And I'm like, I wish I could tell you what it was. I wish I could explain it to you. Just know I've been given a beautiful, beautiful gift and I am not going to waste it. Stage 5, the integration. Now you are on a roll. You are in your groove. And now you have to figure out how to incorporate this massive energy into doing the dishes, right? Jack Kornfield has a book called After the Ecstasy, The Laundry, because after you have awakened and found such peace, you got to go back to normal life, right? You have to be a mom, you have to be a dad, you have to go to work, and so you have to, in this stage, I wanted to share it with everybody. I wanted to give everybody everything that I had found. So I taught my kid breath work, which was actually a very positive thing for his anxiety. And yeah, 70% of people in this stage report that their relationships improve and that things just generally flow better. So welcome. Step 6, stage 6 is the transformation. And this is where you've done all the work, right? You have integrated it into your life and you see a profound shift in who you were. And stage 6 is the transformation. Not on the outside, not with the people that you've already told, hey, I'm really different now. But 50% of people in this stage say that they have had a major shift on worldviews. And I'll give you 2 examples in my own life. I was listening to a Thich Nhat Hanh. He is a Buddhist monk who passed away, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. But he led a beautiful life and he has a ton of resources online. And he was talking about political views, political sides. And he said the wildest part is that the left doesn't know that they create the right, and the right doesn't know that they've created the left because they're so stuck in their position that they have created someone to be opposing of that. And one can't live without the other. So I severely withdrew from politics during that. After that, I was like, holy crap, I'm part of the problem. And everybody was like, you don't seem to care anymore. And it was like, not that I don't seem to care or don't care. It's just that I realized, hey, maybe it's going so far one way or the other is creating this polar opposite. So I also had so much bliss, I didn't want to put myself into those situations to where I would be around all of that chaos and negativity. That's another part. I still do my part just from a distance. The second thing that happened in this stage was I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, who has also had a spiritual awakening if you're looking for resources. And he said that once you are awakened, you will understand that everyone is living from their level of consciousness and you will no longer need an apology. And in that moment, I instantly forgave everyone for everything they had ever done to me or that I thought they had done to me, because they were just acting from their own level of consciousness, and so was I. In step 6, embrace the change. Embrace the beautiful flow of it. Keep journaling, keep finding your tribe, and set some new goals, and you might surprise yourself. Step 7, in my opinion, is the absolute best stage. It is the ripple effect, where everyone in your life is going to pick up on your vibes. And I'll give you a huge example that started out very scary for me. Back in step 4, whenever nothing made sense, back in step 3, when I was going through the dark night of the soul, and I had this amazing energy and all I could do was sit around and see people gossiping. I actually told my friends, I no longer want to gossip. I want to talk about things that deal with myself or you. I want to talk about dreams, goals, aspirations. I want to talk about how many lives I've lived before this one and where I'm going after here. I want to talk about my own stuff, your own stuff. I don't want to talk about anyone else. That was extremely hard for me because for 37 years up to that point, your girl was a gossip queen, right? It was scary. Fast forward a year or so later, I had a friend message me and she was like, I don't want to gossip anymore. But it's so much bigger than that, because my son, who sees me meditating, has also started meditating. I have caught him in a fit of anger, counting down from 10 so that he did not say hurtful things. I have had people who are like, man, you're so different. I want some of that. And I'm like, here's how to start. I can't give you awakening, even though I swear I wish I could. If I could bottle it up and hand it away, I would. But the immoral part is you cannot bestow your gift upon other people until they are ready. So it is unethical for you to push this upon other people. But in the process, I have a best friend who is also slowly awakening. She does not have the massive suffering that caused mine, which is a good thing. She's like on this slow wave of just waking up, and it's beautiful to share and watch with her. So in this stage, watch all of the people around you start vibing to your frequency. Give as much love and light as you can, and watch how things unfold. And there you have it. Those are the 7 stages of awakening. Let me know in the comments where you are on your step. I myself am definitely in the ripple effect. I had a huge life spiritual awakening in 2021 due to loss. Check out the other video if you want to know what that was like for me. And so, yeah, now I'm in the ripple flow. If you have any questions, or if you are floundering and feel like you are totally alone, I am here. I can guarantee you are not. Like and subscribe. I want to help you on your journey. I want to share the journey with you, because I'm still in the phase of finding people to share the journey with. Good luck, guys.